Yeule just dropped their 4th studio album, Evangelic Girl is a Gun, and I have thoughts. If you're new here, hi diva! Welcome to Microdose, the channel for lore and reviews of artists with under 1 million listeners on Spotify. Back in January, I uploaded a nearly 50-minute deep dive of Yeule's entire discography, which you should definitely check out if you haven't already. Since then, Yeule has surpassed 1 million monthly listeners, which A, congratulations, and B, feels so overdue. Now it's mid-2025, and Yeule is back with their follow-up to 2023's highly successful Soft Scars. The previews leading up to Evangelic Girl is a Gun made it look like we were in for something darker, grittier, and perhaps less palatable than before. The label's website states that the album paints a picture with divine poise, fragmented shards of Yeule's persona non grata, or darker side. Does Evangelic Girl is a Gun live up to this promise? Will it be as groundbreaking and beloved as Yeule's previous albums? Let's dive into the shadowy, lustrous world of Evangelic Girl is a Gun. Tequila Coma sounds like the name of a metal song, so I was surprised when Yeule's take on it turned out to be more sedative than stimulant. As a standalone song, it feels a bit incomplete, but I do think it works as an album opener. Its laid-back groove evokes the quiet haze of dawn, while the surprise guitar solo at the end hits like the first rays of light at daybreak. The canvas is clear, and now the show begins. The Girl Who Sold Her Face perfectly nails the sound of early 2000s alt-rock, complete with a shouted chorus, crashing guitars, and existential angst. This banger is a jaded takedown of the impossible standards we place on public figures, especially women. Yeule sings of a fragile beauty who commits horrific acts like drinking blood to stay relevant, all while maintaining a porcelain facade that's as breakable as it is disposable. This begs the question, did the girl sell her face, or did she sell an idealized projection of our desires? Much to think about. While I don't typically think of Yeule as a singer, their vocal range, expressiveness, and dynamism on Echo had me gagged. Yeule's lyrics here are poetic and vivid, sketching a haunting portrait of a twin who lives rent-free in Yeule's psyche. She's rotting, crystal, diamond shining, embodying both lightness and darkness, purity and decay. The instrumentals of Echo synthesize digital precision with analog grain, providing just enough texture to keep things interesting while letting Yeule's gorgeous lyrics shine. Echo proves that Yeule has the range to cook up a pop banger without losing the art school weirdness that defines their sound. 1967 took my breath away, then destroyed me. What struck me most about this song is its plain songwriting, free of the analogies and metaphors usually adorning Yeule's music. Here, they tell their story exactly how it is. Two misfits take on the world together, only to be ripped apart by Singapore's draft, which was introduced in 1967. The song unfolds through intimate flashbacks of Yeule and the boy's friendship. He's the first person Yeule visits after being discharged from the hospital, and Yule's the person he trusts enough to cry and ruin his makeup in front of. These vignettes build up to an explosive chorus where Yeule cries for their late friend sacrificed at the altar of militarism. 1967 is a song that's already etched itself into my soul, and I know it'll stay with me for a long, long time. Would it really be a Yeule album without a bittersweet ballad to round out the tracks? Vivi is this album's version of Soft Scars Ghosts, but I don't think it's quite as good as its predecessor. Here's what Vivi has going for it: a beautiful melody and instrumentals. Here's what's holding Vivi back: uneven songwriting. Not all of its lyrics are bad, but this one rings particularly hollow. I treat time like it's not real. You treat me like something, and I don't know how to feel. Vivi retreads the themes of Soft Scars without bringing new insight, leaving longtime fans like myself wanting more. Dudu is about an unrequited love that destroys you while simultaneously giving you the will to live. Atop a glittery canvas of guitar and vocal samples, Yeule battles two opposing forces: their desire to disappear through drugs, and their desire to persist through the pain and experience their humanity. The stripped-down version of Dudu on Yeule's channel highlights the tenderness and fragility at the core of the song. We hear Yeule's voice as it truly is, free of effects and editing, which makes the track feel that much more intimate and human. When Yeule sings Dudu, they're not just singing a random sound. Dudu is the name of Yeule's big fluffy cat, and using it to address a lover speaks to how deeply they cherish them. It's a small detail that adds so much depth to the song. Whatever is a meandering slacker rock tune about loving someone who keeps you around when it's convenient but never really shows up for you. I wouldn't call this track a skip, but I will say that it suffers from flat songwriting that mistakes disjointed observations for compelling storytelling. I get that Yeule is going for this apathetic, don't give a fuck energy, but you still need to paint a picture to depict that. As listeners, we need something to latch onto, and I fear the repeating refrain of whatever doesn't cut it. Luckily, the music video for Whatever adds a new dimension to the song that really helped me understand Yeule's vision. We open with a shot of Yeule lying on the ground. They suddenly wake up, surprised to have regained consciousness and movement. Right away, Yeule starts searching for something inside the house. The only thing in the way is, naturally, the guy with a gun. After dodging the last of his bullets, Yeule crawls up to him, and there's obviously some history between the two. The symbol that shows up on screen is a crosshair, then a heart, representing a love-hate relationship. Is Yeule gonna kiss or kill him? Now they're smooching. Oh wait, Yule's just trying to get this wire from his mouth. They pull the bloody thing out and attach the probe to their arm to initiate the transfer. The transfer completes, Yeule shoots themselves, and black feathers fly. Did they just destroy themselves or save themselves? I don't have a definitive answer, but I do have a new appreciation for the song. When someone you love strings you along, you flip-flop between wanting to kill them and wanting to kill yourself. You ping-pong between wanting their love and wanting nothing to do with them. That's the type of internal psychosis Yeule and director of photography Brian Allen Lamb illustrate gorgeously on Whatever. Like a lot of fans, I expected Saiko, Yeule's first collaboration with A.G. Cook, to bring us something fresh, unique, and a little cheeky. Instead, we got forgettable instrumentals that don't go anywhere and rely entirely on Yeule's stunning melodies to get by. Unfortunately, Saiko also suffers from the same juvenile songwriting that plagues Whatever. Yeule describes their lover as a psycho boy who tears me up into a million pieces, surprisingly shallow observations from the same person who gave us Don't Be So Hard on Your Own Beauty. That being said, I do think the chorus slaps, and I will be singing along to Saiko at the show. Evangelic Girl is a Gun is a club-ready banger that explores the duality of power and danger in wielding one's sexuality. The girl in the song uses her desirability for personal gain, while being aware that doing so feeds into a larger machine that may ultimately harm her. She chooses to be picture perfect as she moves through a sacrificial blood industry. That is, of course, the lens through which I view the song. I don't think Yeule was interested in dissecting this contradiction. Instead, they focused on conveying the visceral pleasure of being desired in a way that's both glamorous and dangerous. Personally, I felt like the music video for Evangelic Girl is a Gun was a missed opportunity for Yeule to dive deeper into the ideas and sensations of the song. They served the glamour of legendary Oh So Sexy, but not so much the violence of he holds me like a gun and shoots me. Don't get me wrong, the video succeeds in serving jaw-dropping visuals, but what else? When I watch a Yeule MV, I'm looking for a feeling, a story, or a statement. Something that lingers beyond the final frame. Evangelic Girl is a Gun could have given us that, but instead, it's barely distinguishable from a glorified fashion shoot. For future videos, I hope Yeule leans into what really makes a music video click. You don't need gag-worthy outfits or a crazy plot, just look at Pretty Bones, which manages to say so much with so little. Nevertheless, I love the techno-y sound of Evangelic Girl is a Gun, and would love to hear more clubby music like this from Yeule. Genre-wise, Skullcrusher isn't really my type, but I appreciate that Yeule is pushing themselves outside their comfort zone and experimenting with hardcore. The track begins unassumingly, quietly ambling forward before hitting you with this avalanche of sound and emotion. The Skullcrusher music video depicts Yeule confined in a straitjacket. They're completely alone in the dark, save for a light that rolls through every few moments. We watch Yeule struggle against their restraints, caught in the horrifying despair of being unable to escape no matter how hard they try. Yeule sings, "All I want to do is love you, but all you want to be is in a dream." The theme of unrequited love returns, this time rendered with rage and hopelessness. Although the video might have benefited from cutting to different shots of Yeule or other visuals, it does a good job capturing the last, deafening gasp of Evangelic Girl is a gun. While Evangelic Girl is a gun has its moments, it doesn't quite meet the incredibly high standards set by Yeule's previous works. Yeule has become known for pushing sonic boundaries with each release, but this time they play it kind of safe. When they do take risks, like on the title track or on Skullcrusher, it feels more like an isolated experiment rather than a coordinated step towards something new. All this could be overlooked with superb lyrics or storytelling, but unfortunately, Evangelic Girl is a Gun doesn't deliver the same emotional or poetic depth that made Soft Scars and Glitch Princess soar. That being said, I think it's unrealistic to expect an artist to deliver groundbreaking excellence with each drop. Yeule has had an insane 3-album run, and one slightly less impactful project doesn't diminish their legacy. For all my critiques, Evangelic Girl is a Gun still packs a punch, and it's already gone platinum in my room. Thank you so much for watching, and as per usual, let me know which other artists under 1 million listeners you want me to review next. Bye, Diva!